hope people understand that, I'm more than whatever they see. I'm proud of who I am. So I just hope people understand that I might not be what they want me to be, but in a way, we're all the same. We're all people. So I just want to be looked as a human being. So before they judge me, they should get to know me and know that I can be creative. I can be fun. I can be smart. That I can be whatever.
But Jesus knows what he doesn't want to be.
I see people that are landscapers too, and I know most of them are not gonna do anything else, with their lives. But because this is not it, it's not my life. I don't want to make this my life, I always wanted to be a teacher.
He can't be a teacher. Jesus shares the fate of 12 million people in the U.S. He's undocumented. He crossed the border from Mexico to California illegally when he was 9 years old. He's been landscaping Orange County communities since he was in high school.
We didn't know anything about borders or whatever. We just wanted to get to our mom. We were still immigrant children. We just wanted to come home to our mom. Because for us it was always wherever mom is, that's home. It doesn't matter where it's at.
For most undocumented youth who came here when they were very young and who have lived their entire lives in California, attended schools here, graduated from school, there's a vacuum of legal options for them. There is not currently a path for those individuals to regularize their status and to gain work authorization, to have citizenship, to vote in this country, even though this is the country that they call home.
But since Jesus calls California home, he has educational options not available in most states. On one end of the spectrum, there's South Carolina. It bans undocumented students from public universities. On the other end is California.
Right, and there is no one way.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
no right answer to this.
Yeah, and we create knowledge in the university,
and
right?
Subjective.
Yeah.
I think
Jesus went to a Cal State for his bachelor's degree, and now he's working on his master's degree in education at Cal State Long Beach.
If you question too much, then what?
Yeah, because it kind of went into that,
Not so much in action.
California, of course, is ground zero for the immigration debate because of the numbers of immigrants who are in our state. And so in terms of one's admission to the country or if you can get status or not, primarily that's within the rubric of the federal domain. In California, however, we do have a very important piece of legislation that really levels kind of equity at the schoolhouse doors for undocumented youth in the state. That's what's routinely referred to as AB 540.
Under the law, undocumented students who went to California high schools can pay in-state tuition, but they can't get federal or state financial aid. It's estimated 25,000 undocumented youth graduate from California high schools every year. Most won't go on to college, and even the ones who do battle an uncertain future. Martha graduated from a Los Angeles high school in 2007.
Oh, I would consider myself Mexican American, definitely. I can't say I'm full Mexican because I don't feel full Mexican, but I do feel American, fully American. I grew up living in this land. I don't know anything else, just here.
Martha's parents brought her into Los Angeles without documentation when she was 3 years old. She was an honor student with dreams of studying fashion design in college. But she couldn't afford a 4-year college without financial aid. So she works 40 hours a week at a fast food restaurant. It's enough to pay for her classes at a local community college.
My second dress was this one, which was inspired by what I love, which is Dia de los Muertos, which is in a Hispanic event in Mexico, where it's called the Day of the Dead, where you go back to your ancestors and you appreciate their life, because after death, they're still with you no matter what.
The history of public education in California is largely a history of exclusion. You saw first African Americans excluded. Then you saw Chinese Americans and Japanese Americans excluded from California public schools. Then you saw increasingly Mexican Americans excluded or placed into separate public schools. The questions around how undocumented students will be served within our public school system and within our higher education system are a continuation of those battles.
At 22, those larger policy questions seem to play out in Martha's everyday life. She can't legally work or even drive.
Right now we're doing my daily walk to school and work. I sometimes take my bike as well. You always have, what if this happens? And I wish just one day I didn't have that question. Transportation-wise, I wish I could move around so many ways, but I can't because I can't drive. So I haven't even had that experience like all my friends have, like the first time to drive a car. A lot of my friends say, oh yeah, I have my California ID, I could drive around. But to me, just one day, me able to hold that ID and say, oh look, this is me, it'd just be the best time ever. Like, I'll be so happy. Because I'll finally feel like I'm there like everyone else. Just Social Security might be to everyone just a number, like I said, a number. Like, yeah, I get my taxes, I get my financial aid, I get my retirement when I retire and stuff. But to me, it's my life. I just wish one day this fear just goes away. This, like, how do I put this? Like, this bridge that is not finished finally gets to be finished. And I could cross over it and reach what I want to reach, my goals, like to change the future, to get involved with the community even more, where I can just say, hey, this is me, and I'm not scared to say this is me.
Ice cream social? Yes.
There is one place Martha doesn't feel so alone. She joined a local group of student activists called Dream Team LA. The group formed in 2009 and has campaigned for the DREAM Act, a bill that was first introduced in Congress in 2001. It would legalize people who were brought to this country illegally as children. They would need to go to college or join the military to qualify. It would legalize about 800,000 people in the U.S., and a UCLA study estimates this group could generate more than $1 trillion during their work life.
So the college and career fair, it's their first, it's for Los Padrinos, and it's on fair.
Dream Team LA is a group of students, organizers, really young people who want to work on improving really the educational opportunities for undocumented immigrant students here in Los Angeles.
Nancy just graduated from UCLA and has emerged as one of the leaders of Dream Team LA.
I think there's a lot of limitations, especially when when you have a college degree and you just really can't make the full use of your education. I think that's why the undocumented youth movement is so strong, because people are finally, in these spaces that we create, we're able to use the skills that we have full-fledged with no restrictions. It's just really frustrating that, you have this college degree that you worked hard for, and, it's on your resume, but at the same time, it's where are you going to get hired when you can't legally work?
Despite bipartisan support, the DREAM Act has failed repeatedly in Congress since 2001. Marilyn DeYoung is part of a group that wants to make sure things stay that way. She is the chairman of the board at CAPS, Californians for Population Stabilization. It's one of the many groups in California that have financed campaigns for tougher immigration laws. Members of CAPS point to immigration as the source of California's troubles.
So we feel sorry for everybody who comes and is sad and does the kind of work that some of the illegals do. But it's still, we have to enforce our laws. And if we're a lawless country, then we're going to go down the tubes very quickly. I don't think the DREAM Act will pass. And there will still be a lot of illegal aliens living in the United States, and then we'll take care of them one by one.
Undocumented student groups don't have money or paid staff to campaign for their cause, but they do have a growing national presence. Dozens of student groups have sprung up across the country. Martha's starting her own dream team in LA's San Gabriel Valley.
In the Alliance, because it seems like pretty much the strongest dream teams have been Dream Team LA and Orange County, but like even the newer ones, the like San Fernando, they're still like building capacity. Cause I'm part of their group and I'm just seeing like they're just barely starting like to figure out how they're gonna meet, right? And
Yeah, she said that.
yeah, and I kind of noticed that, but and even South Bay, they're just trying to get more
South Bay,
people.
they said they were weak too.
But I mean, it seems like our group is strong from the get-go. So,
Well, we're lucky is that we connect to each Dream Team LA. If you know
We're
this.
very,
in
we can
the
easily work
middle.
with many.
Yeah.
Dream teams.
The group plans a bike ride from Los Angeles to Orange County. They'll ride the 50-mile stretch to mark the area where dream teams have formed. They want to draw attention to their newest campaign for the California Dream Act. It's a state bill that would give undocumented students access to college financial aid. And to get even more attention, they will again employ a risky tactic they've been using since 2009. Before the bike ride, undocumented students plan to come out with their status publicly. It's something Martha says she's never done.
Fear, it's what stops me, and that's because it goes back to what if.
That fear, deportation.
I've always learned from my mom, you know, that you can't live in fear. Nothing's ever gonna change if we just hide and hope for handouts. You know, I don't want handouts. I don't want people to feel sorry for me either. I mean, I do what I gotta do and that's it. I mean, I can't be scared.
The walls of Jesus' home hold the pictures of his family members, a reminder of their struggle and how far he's come.
Yeah, we got a lot of history right here. Just right here. I mean, as far as going back, I mean, I would love to go back because, I mean, it's where my roots are, but, I mean, this is home. If I could become legalized, then I would, but it's not one of those things that you can just say, oh, just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to become legalized today. It's not simple. I mean, it's a long process, and for that process to even begin, something needs to happen at the highest levels of government. I want to pursue a master's because I don't want to settle for anything. You know, ever since I decided to like really stick with school, I've never wanted to settle. I've always wanted to do more than whatever was expected of me. I mean, I don't really care for what people say about me, but for me, you know, and for my mom and for my family that are always pushing me to do more, because I guess they figure that I can do more.
Jesus campaigns with the Orange County Dream Team when he can, but he's often consumed with school, work, and providing for his mother. But he does make it out for the bike ride the California Dream Teams have been planning for months. This is the day Martha decides she will claim her status. And moments before she takes the stage, she writes her hopes on her hand.
Units for your college.
Shorts are 20.
What else?
Jorge Herrera. I come from Harvard College.
I'm gonna feel very nervous. It's scary. It's very scary. You know, like telling everyone you're undocumented. It's they're like, oh, how many people are gonna see me? How many people are gonna see the mistakes of my grammar and me repeating stuff?
I'm a graduate student at UCLA, and I'm undocumented.
I need to speak out and be loud and be unafraid in order to make things happen. Good morning, everyone. My name is Martha Vasquez, and I'm 22 years old, and I came from Mexico when I was 3 years old. I'm representing Pasadena City College. We wouldn't be fighting if it didn't mean anything to us, and it means a lot. It means our lives. It means our home. You know, like we want to feel accepted finally. You know, just by finally saying I am undocumented and unafraid. It's like finally being accepted in the cheerleading squad. It's kind of like that. Like you don't have nothing else to be afraid of anymore because you did the biggest obstacle. Going back to the memories that I had struggling with the applications, like with with like like not finding out about the college I wanted to go to, like if I got accepted, that kind of brought me back to those emotions again, how I felt. But now I feel like, you know, I shouldn't cry because I know I'm going to proceed in life and I know I'm going to achieve my dreams one day. And one day I'm going to be holding that diploma in my hand. But completing this 50-mile bike ride, it's like saying you're not giving up. We're going to fight to the end. You know, like just the chanting while we're biking, it's very empowering. Like you feel like you're not alone. I fit in. That this is me, and I'm proud to be me.
You need to ask the hard question, which is, what's our alternative here? Where you want them to go? This is their home. This is where they've lived, where they've worked. And so what do we want? Do we want to create a permanent underclass of individuals? Or do we want to recognize with humanity and have successful integration of individuals who are very much longing to participate and are already ready and willing to contribute to our country in numerous ways?
In California, we have a huge opportunity because the majority of undocumented students are here. We have a huge immigrant population, and we have organizations like Dream Team LA and other Dream Teams, and just, you know, a huge immigrant base that we could really make California an immigrant-friendly state. And I think that's where I'm optimistic in California.
Martha's optimistic too. She may not be a legal citizen, but she's found a home.
And it's just like another family that understands you and is willing to be there with you and is willing to help you no matter what. Because they're not alone, we're all in this together.
Even if nothing changes, Jesus says his dreams won't end. His next step, a PhD.
Hey, I'm hungry and I didn't even do it.
I mean, no matter what the challenges are, I mean, if you step back, then nothing's going to change. But if you step up, then you still have a slim chance of beating the odds. You know? And that's how I look at life. If I'm just going to be scared, then I might as well give up. Then there's no hope if you give up. And I still have hope.